Welcome to ACG Architects. We believe in pushing boundaries and delivering innovative solutions. With more than 28 years of experience, ACG Architects, based in Cape Town, is a dynamic, socially conscious professional practice offering sustainable, world-class design solutions for projects of all sizes.
My name is Hassan Asmal. I'm a founding director at ACG. ACG was formed around 1993-94. Myself, Malcolm Campbell, and Geeta Govern, that's how the ACG comes about. It was also an interesting time because architectural practices were moving into the digital sphere. We needed to decide on what platform to go on to. At first, we worked on AutoCAD, which was the program of the time then. And then mid to late 1990s, we were introduced to Archicad. Since then, we have been on Archicad. We've been enjoying it, developing it. We've even had a time when we looked at the competition programs, and the conclusion by the production team was Archicad is still the program to work with. So we've now stuck with Archicad, which is almost over 30 years. In my particular case, that's how it is. I do sketches by hand, pass it on to somebody in the office, especially the ones that are good at doing the upfront, the sketch design stuff, so that we can get into model form quite quickly. And because I have worked with Archicad previously, and I know the history of its development with updates and things like that, I can input when I'm sitting and talking with the person doing the drawing. And then we go on as we develop it, knock it around, and get it to a level that we're happy with. And then after that, I also assist with the supervision of the angles that we wish to use and the stills that we use, and we have a debate around that as a team, so that we get good quality stuff out at the end of the day. With Archicad, I think one of our bigger early challenges was the rendering program. That took a long time to come right, but I think currently we're enjoying the rendering program, and I think there's people in the office that are doing quite nice work with the rendering program, which means we don't need to go out as much to bureaus unless it's really super high level graphics that we need.
So I've been with this company about 17 years, and it was the software that we learned, or I learned, when I started. I haven't really moved on to any others. Here at ACG we've used AutoCAD and Archicad, although Archicad was the predominant, and eventually we phased out AutoCAD because we could just use all that functionality in Archicad. So it became a little redundant, except when we needed to do some coordination to check if our information was translating properly. But we've worked with Archicad and other users using other software pretty well since forever. The principle of drawing in 3D immediately, although you are seeing a 2D image on your plan view, it is automatically drawing up all the other elements, with your wall tools and such, automatically. So it does save you a little bit of time. There are obviously tweaks that you have to do afterwards, but that functionality, I think, which is at the heart of 3D software, is the most important part of it. It is the time saver. Back early in my career, we were taught AutoCAD and how to change the view to make it 3D. What a process that was, having to change the coordinates to be able to create the planes for the 3D 3D software just does it automatically for you. So at the heart of it, that is the most important part, I think. A very important project here in Cape Town, and also that has won international acclaim, is the Guided Hospital. That project was done in Archicad. It was a joint venture, but both offices used Archicad and coordinated via Archicad. And that's a 300-bed hospital. It is quite a large project and was done successfully in Archicad.
So with Archicad, when you draw up your plans, it automatically creates a 3D model. Obviously there's a few things that you need to tweak, but the benefit with that is that it already creates your elevations, it already creates your sections. The only thing that you need to do is go into those views and then change them a little bit in terms of heights, but a lot of work is already done for you. I've worked in 2D programs where you had to painstakingly move the floor plan and then turn it for each elevation, and then from there draw your sections and elevations, and that's quite time consuming. So just having the 3D model really assists so much with time and workflow, as you said. Two of the tools that I enjoy using in Archicad for tidying up drawings or neatening what you publish on a page is the guideline tool as well as the object alignment tool. It makes it very easy to either align text or objects, and with the guideline tool I use it on the sheets to align elevation walls with the plan walls, or even just the title of the viewport with another title of a viewport. It makes it a lot better to visually see what is going on the drawing, as opposed to having just various viewports placed on a sheet and then publishing that. Also on plan, if you have a lot of text, a lot of annotations, it's nice using the alignment tool to make them sort of line up on the side. Then it just tidies up the drawing and makes it a lot easier to see what is happening on plan. So the functions that we use quite often, I think the one that plays the biggest role, and it's the simplest one, it's the section tool. Because it is very easy to get carried away with building your model, but often someone will ask you, okay, but what is the waterproofing here? And if you have no idea what that space looks like, you can't actually solve that problem. It's easy to maybe look in 2D, but it doesn't show you where other things are maybe intersecting that area. So I'd say the section tool is the most valuable one. So even if it's not a section that ends up on a drawing file, it's still very nice to quickly see what's happening in a certain area and how different things come together in that area. So that's really great for waterproofing, but also if you need to coordinate structures.
I think the benefits of having the Archicad package was that we could visualize the space in 3D. Our construction documentation could be prepared timelessly. You know, the flow from the initial concept to the final construction drawings could be what's the term? It was more time efficient, and I think more user friendly, where we could have other iterations. There were a few versions of the kiosks where we had initially tubular structures, and now we have more cubic structures. So we could have more iterations, and this was all thanks to the Archicad package, where we could have more options to look at, and then from there decide on our way forward.
So, are you interested in the Graphisoft suite of products? Or maybe you would like to find out specifics as to how these products could be of benefit to your business? Well, then contact us at the TotalCAD Solution Center, the authorized distributor for Graphisoft products in Southern Africa.